of destruction are projected.
No. Oh.
There's no such thing as Republican children and Democratic children. There's just kids, and we should all be concerned with them. Because of DOGE, we were able to determine that there are 1 million people who are claiming Medicaid from multiple states. That's illegal. It's theft. You're not allowed to do that.
Mr. Abrego-Garcia, pursuant to this court order.
It's got to be extremely discouraging to be one of your constituents, to see you fight for a terrorist like this.
The amount of fireworks going off right now around the deep state, they're unbelievable. President Trump is making deals faster than they can keep up with their propaganda moving through the airwaves. RFK Jr. is not playing games. Kristi Noem is making Dems look like fools. And the amount of comms making it to us from the Intel board makes us all filled with joy. Absolutely brilliant. Each day, we just can't get enough. We're winning like crazy. Can't wait to get through all this today. Absolutely amazed, folks. Here we go.
We believe in peace through strength. You have to have the strength. I believe it is God's job to sit in judgment, my job to defend America and to promote the fundamental interest of stability, prosperity, and peace. We had 52 days of thunder and lightning on the Houthis in Yemen like they've never seen before. This was a swift, ferocious, decisive, and extremely successful use of military force. So we hit them hard, we got what we came for, and then we got out. The gleaming marvels of Riyadh and Abu Dhabi were not created by the so-called nation builders, neocons, or liberal nonprofits. The birth of a modern Middle East has been brought by the people of the region themselves. Peace, prosperity, and progress ultimately came not from a radical rejection of your heritage, but rather from embracing your national traditions and embracing that same heritage that you love so dearly.
How about that from yesterday? White House already putting out a video to show how amazing it was for this particular visit. And pretty amazed to watch President Trump make his moves one day after another. What a great team they have there, video team, putting stuff like this, getting it out to the masses and showing them America is coming back stronger than ever.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is good evening. It's Friday, Based Amy here. It's the 16th of May, 2025. And I just constantly appear to be struggling to catch up with everything that's going on. I'm coming to you live from south of England. I was going to leave my little solo today. It was going to be staying in the Aviary. What's happened to my backdrop? Anyway, I've got a very strange backdrop here. It's not working brilliantly, but anyway, it's Friday. Oop, oop. I can't believe it's Friday again. I want to say hello to the DLive crew. Let me just bring the DLive crew over into the right place, because I had you in the wrong place. Good evening. Wait a minute. That says good night. Is Derek Marshall in, or did he say good night last night? I'm a bit confused. Are you here tonight, Derek? Is Basty in the house? Family low? Yay. Derek is confusing me because I think he might have, I don't know. I can't tell what's happened with DLive. I haven't been watching it. And Family Low and Basty, you 2 stars now. I got 2 superstars. in Rumble. Thank you so much. There's a few more watching quietly, lurking in Rumble in the jungle, Foxhole or Pill.net. We have our wonderful Base Tea. And hopefully a few other eyes are just listening to the backdrop. We also have Kick somewhere, YouTube, which, hello YouTube. I don't know if anybody's watching from there. Can't see the chat on that one. Look, I don't know about you, ladies, but I'm really struggling to keep up with everything. It's really hard. I don't know what that is with my background here. Oh, I know. It's the boom mic, and it looks like, yeah, it's not the best setting. Listen, when I'm on Berkshire Island, everything will be fine. Right? It will be smooth as silk, and the only thing is I'm on time, right? That's good. When I'm on time. Just going to say, it's been a whirlwind with Donald Trump. President Trump in the Middle East, the 4 days that he did what in 4 days it would have taken other people 4 years to do. And I have mixed emotions with the whole Middle East thing. Obviously, as you know, I have an issue with the ideology that they go by. I do. I mean, I can't pretend I don't. I mean, it is very antithetical to our world. And I just want to point this out to you. And this is where, I have conflicting. I can't be dishonest. I cannot be disingenuous. You know what's not good is where the mic boom is in the camera shot. That's not very good, is it? Now, let me just check. Just if you can hear me okay. Can you hear okay? I just don't like the mic boom there. Right. How's the sound? So I'm going to say, right, so we're going to look, basetv.com. I need to show you, the problem I have. I've got to say, I loved what they did for Donald Trump. The 4 days he spent in the Middle East, they feted him. They welcomed him with purple carpets and fighter jets, and he had a regal reception in Saudi Arabia. Purple carpet, he had a fighter jet escort, Apparently, they did another traditional sword dance, although he didn't join in this time like he did in 2017. He was given the collar of Abdul Al Saud in a ceremony where he was presented with the kingdom's highest civilian honor, which was quite a snazzy necklace. And it said in recognizing his efforts to strengthen U.S. and Saudi ties. Okay, inauguration of. Oh no, that was 2017. You see, this is where I did use ChatGPT for this little blurb here, and in fact, I saw a couple of things that didn't sound right, but it did say May 13th, 2025 for Saudi Arabia, and I knew the inauguration of the Global Center for Combating Extremist Ideology. I know that was back in 2017, when he and the others, they were in this very high-tech center, and they put their hand on the globe together. It was all very symbolic, right? Remember that? So, just to say, right, I do use ChatGPT. I confess I do. I know I shouldn't be using it, I guess, but there's just, unfortunately, it's a bit like, it's too good. And I have to think when I'm using it, just by the way, because I think everybody thinks AI is so sinister and it's going to do all your thinking for you and it's going to know what you're thinking and all that crap. Maybe it will. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's bloody impressive. Hey, is Wayne the Pain in the house? Maggot John. Good evening. Hi. Maggot John is in Foxhole. Nice to see you. In Foxhole, that's refreshing. Oh no, Family isn't low, said please pray for Beach Bear trouble free. She's not doing very well. Oh no. She was having a procedure, right? Ah, please Lord. Please look over. It's been tough. It's been having really tough times. Praying for Beach Bear. Get well, Beach Bear. Thank you for that message, Family Low. So Derek Marshall is in the house. Derek, I've been going through some old footage. Going through some old footage of our good old Brexit days, and you're obviously front and center. I can't play the clips or anything because I don't have them ready, but it's been good to see you in the good old days. Speaker's Corner. Thank you, Maga John, for the prayers for Beach Bear. Oh, blimey, family low. Thank you, Phew. Saying yes, she should be fine. She's just in some pain. Okay, Beach Bear, thank God. Thank the Lord in heaven. Well, my prayers were answered then. That was quick. Oh, I was so happy to say. See how quick my prayers were answered? I said a prayer, keep her well, get her better, and she's not checking out anytime soon. She happens to be in pain, which is not a fun thing. That is something I'm very familiar with in my time over the years, and it is not pleasant. All right. Now, Solo very, can I say, inconveniently has fallen asleep on my hand. Had a very busy day, just so you know. I mean, I know Donald Trump was in the Middle East, and I know Keir Starmer is screwing up the country royally, as he's supposed to, because that's his remit, and lying through his teeth, as are all the politicians, 99% of them in the parliament. They're scumbags. They're trying to get through this, what do we call it, rapid death thing. You know, when they bump people off with the injections, so they don't have to suffer. You know, the thing is that they were trying to kill us off since 2020 in our faces overtly, and managed to kill a lot of people off on purpose. You know, doesn't matter. I just find it very hard to believe how many people are so, again, ignorant of the facts. Still, the penny hasn't dropped that this country and Western Europe is run by psychopathic, satanic worshipping, lunatic, pedophilic lizard people. Just saying, in my opinion. And so why anybody would think that the government that's in power now, that we didn't really want, come on, let's be fair, let's be real, we didn't really want, that they have any concern for our well-being whatsoever. They just don't, right? So they speak with forked tongue. It's vile. I can't talk about the English stuff because it's just so depressing. The migrant hotels, prolific. They're bringing in the migrants on the bloody dinghies. Probably got a ferry service by now. Housing illegal, unvetted, male fighting age men with some women, token women and kids to throw in. They are 5-star, literally. I mean, you couldn't make it up. 5-star treatment with spending money, and you know, it's very concerning, and people need to be very aware of this in this country. You've got to be careful. Please don't order Uber Eats or any of the what do you call it? I mean, I've never done that, by the way, the Uber Eats stuff and all that. Even with, obviously, with the pandemic, I never did. But they are working. These men are working. You know, you see the auditors on YouTube. AY_audits is one of them. The bikes are there. There's a load of YouTubers, thankfully, are going out and they're showing the fact that these people are openly working. They have the bikes. If you see somebody cycling on a warm day and they've got hoodie on, their face is covered, you could bet your bottom dollar that they probably don't want to be seen by the cameras and recognized, because they probably shouldn't be working, okay? But we have a completely 100% corrupt system in this country. It is 100% corrupted and broken. And you know, obviously we need Donald Trump to come in and save us, but he's got his hands full. He's working out in the Middle East, getting peace there. Now look, as I said, let me come back to what Donald Trump's doing, all right? He had the most incredible time. As you all know, I have a real problem with this ideology. I'm conflicted badly, and it hurts, it pains me to acknowledge how they treated Donald Trump, of course, which is wonderful. But I mean, does it pass anybody's attention? Has anybody noticed that they're dressed in dressing gowns and dresses? and, you know, odd clothing, which isn't very modern. They have gigantic posters of their kings, and I mean, this is the old one, this picture. You see, this is a problem. ChatGPT has a real problem with keeping up to date with Donald Trump, because they keep on putting in stuff from 2017, just so you know. Anyway, I'm just saying, right? You know what? I have a real problem with the Aloha snack bar. But I have to give them credit where credit's due. The way they welcomed him was just sick. It was sick. And what the investments, the technology, Qatar, they treated him like a king. Treated him like a bloody king. And how he gets treated by our law is disgusting. Nothing short of disgusting. And you have to take a look at the footage. Okay? You have to look at the footage to believe what they did. The government's never listened to the people, Derek. Ever. I mean, you know, guys, we're supposed to be thinking of these people, of course, it's Saudi Arabia, right? They got loads of money, loads of oil money. You know, the idea that there's a big poverty thing, right, between the princes and the paupers. I'm not going to go into that right now. That's really odd. Just notice that. The skyline, lots and lots and lots of big buildings, and then flat as a pancake over there. Anyway, right. Wayne the Pain said, you'll drop me 20 quid to get me fish and chip supper or solo perch? Fish and chips. That's the traditional for Friday, fish and chips. Why do you want to get me supper? Or a perch? Actually, no. You know what I could do? Come on, darling. Mwah. Mwah. Let's get you on here. You perch on the boom. There you go. You like the boom. There we go. See? Just relax. Chillax. He likes the mic boom. And I've got to say, right, here we go. Just stay with me on this one, right? I'm going to have a rant for a few minutes. I'm talking about Middle East, and as I said, all know about Aloha Snack Bar, my problem with the whole thing. But I had to tell you, what they did with Donald Trump was just nothing short of redonkulous. They gave him this parade of cars, the electric vehicles, they had the camels, they had the sword dancing. Where are the camels now? Wait a minute. That's not very gentlemanly, is it? I mean, they went all out. Streets are empty. Look at the horses. Look at the camels. Put a one in the chat if you watched these the treatment he received. Okay, so I have to ask you, Englishmen and American men, alpha males of this world, could you? This is the cultural conflict, okay? So much of it just engulfs me. Could you ever see yourselves wearing those outfits, dancing in a group with swords? Could you ever see yourselves doing that? And you see, it's all very well, that's in Saudi Arabia, great, they can do that in Saudi Arabia, great, but then they come and they try to live amongst us. And they do some really strange practices. And it's like, each to their own. But it's a bit weird. Bit gay, have a gay day. Not with the sword so much, but... So you've got the sword dancing, you got the camels, the Arabian horses. I mean, you can't. And look at the size of these buildings. Anyway, Donald Trump apparently shook 400 hands on the reception line in Saudi Arabia. So he was in Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar, or Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. That's funny. I'm going to play that in a minute. And what he received, did I please tell me I got it? Please, please, please. Yes. Look at this. Damn it. What's this? Did you see this in Qatar? I mean, come on. There's Air Force One. And it's flanked by 8 fighter jets there, 3 fighter jets behind, and it looks like a stealth fighter as well. Coming into Qatar. I mean, come on. I mean, that's not cool. I just want to cry with that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Wow. And then they've got a chemtrailer behind them. I mean, isn't that, gosh. That was crazy. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that wow? You want to see that again? I mean, it just blew me away when I saw that. They didn't show this on television, did they? Huh? I mean... Alright, so it's all very wowy. I mean, it really was. It was just ridiculously impressive. Now, here we go, right? So, you know, it's all great. I have to also show you something that was very weird, which, you know, I saw it and I thought, what the? Where is it, please? And here I come again with the cultural issues. So this was in... I don't know, one of the 3. I think it might have been the 2nd place. Watch this. Did you see this performance? He'd already been past all the drummers. He'd been into a room, and then he came back out again or something. I don't know quite what happened. And then he walked along this thing, this hallway, and the women were doing this. Okay. Let's watch this again. I mean, okay. Again, I'm going to say, I did look up. I did look up what this was. Let me just see. Islamic customs. So apparently, according to Grok, right? People ask the question, say, why are the women doing this? Especially showing their hair, where in Islam it is mostly forbidden, right? And again, when you understand that really Islam is one big contradiction, right? It's a hypocritical, completely conflicting, totally just absolute fake news, okay? What they say they need to do, what they say you should do, what they actually do with the no drinking and the no sex and the whatever. Just forget about it, right? So, apparently this Grok answered saying, the women are performing the Al-Ayala dance, a traditional, it's United Arab Emirates, cultural practice, likely during Trump's visit on May 15th, which was yesterday. The hair flipping, it's a rhythmic element of this UNESCO-recognized heritage dance, not a religious act. In the United Arab Emirates, let's see the answer to this. I mean, this is a good one, right? United Arab Emirates, in the UAE, cultural performances may involve uncovered hair, despite Islamic norms often favoring headscarves. This reflects the country's blend of tradition and modernity, where such displays are ceremonial, not a violation of modesty. Now, I'm going to tell you straight, right? What I see that is actually a sexual dance. And according to it was ChatGPT, normally, you know, these kind of dances aren't shown to westernized people, because of course you're not supposed to see the secrets, the actual truth. Now let me just see this now. What do the men in the back with sticks symbolize? So the men with sticks in the Al Ayala dance performed during Trump's UAE visit symbolize historical warriors. Their bamboo canes represent swords or spears reflecting Bedouin martial traditions, and tribal unity movements mimic battle scenes, emphasizing strength and solidarity, often tied to past victories or pearl diving expeditions. This cultural performance, recognized by UNESCO, fiasco, honors dignitaries and showcases Emirati heritage. It's been a tradition in the UAE for centuries, though exact timelines are uncertain due to its oral history. It predates the UAE's formation in 1971 as UNESCO, right? I'm going to say to you now, to me, this was this is almost like a fertility dance to me, right? With the women showing their flowing hair. And it's almost as though, to me, I would suggest that it would be, if it was just in there without any non-Muslims, I would suggest it was a pick and choose who you fancy, which one do you want to go with. I mean, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and overtly sexually suggestive, may I say, with the long hair flicking it back and forth, and the who's with me on this one? Fertility dance or something? I mean, just weird. Pain in the neck, if you ask me. I bet he didn't feel awkward there. All right, anyway, very odd. And I'm going to say as well, right, the other conflicting thing that we have, right, we have a very, very big contradiction in terms, or conflict, is the flag, right? The Saudi flag. I have a problem with the Saudi Arabian flag, the national flag. Does that not look familiar to you? That flag? Who wears that? Headscarves, flag waving. Who does that? What group? What lovely group does this remind you of? Jihadis. Oh, that's right. ISIS. Oh, that's right. Hamas. Oh, yeah. This, what's written on the flag, or what it means, the Arabic, it's actually the first verse of the Quran. And it translates in English, which is the first verse, which is there's no God but Mahalahala, Allah, Aloha Snakbar, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. It's known as the Shahada, and it's what is expected for converts to say when they decide to become, right, when they lose their mind, in my opinion. Very humble that it is. So I have a problem that the national flag of Saudi Arabia is exactly the same, the Shahada, that ISIS has. You get me? I mean, can you imagine the jihadist American flags associated with America, and you have these people who are going around slaughtering people and trying to dominate and be violent, and they've got American flags? Would you not associate the American flag that that group has with the country of origin? I mean, just saying. It just makes me, who's with me on this one? I mean, come on. You're getting in bed with the enemy, and I know, I do have a feeling that the son, is it the Saudi prince, Mohammed? Is it Mohammed? I mean, if in doubt, it's Mohammed, all right? It's not funny. It's funny, not funny. I just thought of never mind. Anyway, this is again an old picture because that's Daddy. I don't think, is he still around? The father of Prince Salman, Prince, what's his name? Him. And just so you know, there's a rumor has it that, of course, the very close, very warm, genuine, seemingly feelings that he has for Donald Trump it goes back. The rumor has it that it goes back to 2017 with the Vegas shooting, Las Vegas, and rather than it having been a lone gunman in the top of a hotel in the Mandalay Bay shooting it randomly at a concert of people who he didn't know, the truth, which has never come out, is that it was a jihadist attack and that the target of the attack was the prince. And rumor has it, totally unconfirmed, that Donald Trump rescued the prince. And for that, he's indebted with his life. And about a month after the Mandalay Bay, the hell is Salman? What the heck is his name? Bin Salman. It is Mohammed. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. I told you, if in doubt, to say Mohammed. You're probably right. He was indebted to Donald Trump, and he did a massive cleansing of the seemingly corrupted Saudis, family members, all kinds. He had a clear out of what seemed to be not good people. So, you know what the problem is, ladies and gentlemen? It's not. I don't wait. Let me just see. Actually, let me just see. Mohammed. Who knew that? Just put a 1 in the chat if you knew what I've just said. Who knew that in the chat? Put a 1 if you did. Put a 2 if you didn't. Let me see. I'm sure it's not going to say it. 2017. So it says, since his appointment as Crown Prince in 2017, Mohammed has introduced a series of social and economic reforms. These include curtailing the influence of the Wahhabi religious establishment by restricting the powers of the religious police and improving women's rights. Let me see. I was just going to see if there's anything in here about it for 2017, but so he's appointed Crown Prince in June of 2017. Here we go. There we go. The Purge. In May 2017, Mohammed launched a purge. Okay, so the purge was before. Oh, well, maybe it was before the because I think the Vegas shooting was October of 2017. So maybe it was because he was doing the purge that they wanted to get rid of him. That makes more sense. So in May 2017, Mohammed launched a purge against competing Saudi businesses and political elites under the auspices of anti-corruption. He said, no one will survive in a corruption case, whoever he is, even if he's a prince or a minister. In November 2017, he ordered some 200 wealthy businessmen and princes to be placed under house arrest in the Ritz-Carlton Ryder. Okay, so after the shooting, there you go. I mean, I think it is all tied in, but I don't know. Has anybody put this together as a presentation? Has anybody properly collated it and connected it? Or is it all still a sort of conspiratorium theory? Not really sure, but it would explain. I do feel confident. I recall at the time that there was a talk of Trump saving his life, and he's forever indebted. And then he had a clear out. So it's in Wikipedia. Some of it, you obviously take it all with a pinch of salt, but all I'm saying to you is that there's a lot of obviously deception everywhere, but actually there is some genuine love. And I have to say that, have I got the thing? I'm going to see if I have the video, because the video of him saying goodbye to Donald Trump, I mean, it did almost bring tears to my eyes. It really did, because it almost felt as though that when I got it. when he said goodbye. He was saluted by the military. I got the goodbye. Man, I hoped I'd had it, but maybe I don't. Him waving him off. Let me see. Prince. So annoying. I don't think it'll be on. Prince Salman waving Trump off. I don't think it's going to happen. They won't. I don't think they'll have it on YouTube, is it? Oh yeah, here. Here it is. Here we go. See. No, it won't show him sing. It was very warm. No. It didn't show it. They won't show it. The editing will definitely cut that kind of thing out. Has anybody got a clip of that? What I'm saying to you is, you know, I haven't really done it properly. This is him arriving. We got my apologies. It was so moving I didn't save it. Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Here it is, here it is. I mean, I almost shed a tear. And you know what a hard biatch I am. Here we go, so he's leaving. No sound. And again, this is obviously significant in their culture and everything else, to have the Crown Prince be there to say farewell is a big deal. Normally it would be an assistant, right? But yeah, the dignitaries were all there. I want to see him saying goodbye. Here we go. This is it. This is it. This is, watch, right? His heart. Right? Heart. And he goes up the stairs. This is, I mean, if the fist pump, heart, love you, and he taps his chest. Oh, I mean, where's the music? It was so moving. I mean, come on now. Look, I know it's definitely better. It's definitely better to have the love than it is to have the hate and the death to America and all that crap that gets chanted. I mean, isn't it ironic that we're all seeing love for America? Unless you tune into Unity News Network and David Clues, who likes to shout death to America, or hi, death to Israel, which is only shouted by those who are extremist terrorists, like the Iranians. Oh, it's so odd. Everything is topsy-turvy. Derek Marshall. Come on now, who wasn't moved by that little scene? Oh, you know what? He is clueless. He's an agent. Come on now. Hope not hate all over him. In fact, he looks a little bit, would it be wrong of me to say, he has a resemblance to Helium Heel Steve. I might have to do a side by side. Maybe they're related. Yeah, no love lost between me and David Clues, because of course I haven't got it. Again, I haven't got it to hand because I don't realise I'm going to mention it when I'm on air, okay? He went off on a break, and as he was going off on a break, he just decided to drop the F-bomb and reference me out of nowhere. I thought was so rude. Anyway, they're going to pour loads of money into America. But as you know, pardon my French, I have a lot of problems with the Middle East. But it's better to be friends, right? Let's be friends. The issue I have, of course, is with Syria, right? Because this guy, come on now, he's Mr. Terrorist. He's Mr. Jihadi right there. Right? This guy. Bloody... Oh, Muhammad. I mean, come on. Can we not come up with another name? Guys, please. I mean, really, it's like everybody being called John. Right? Hey, John. And everybody turns their head. What? No, not you. The other John. Which one? Him? No. I mean, this is the thing. I love everything that Donald Trump's doing. I just occasionally have the heebie-jeebies when he says positive things about who I think of as a scumbag filth, like Macron or this bloke who overthrew Assad of course, with the help of, only because of Biden, the Poopy Patch Joe, Obama, and all that lot. And so, it's very topsy-turvy. So this was the bloke. What his image was. There was a $10 million reward. Oh, is it still in play? Hang on. Oh, can we claim? Who wants to claim it with me? Because I know where he is. Hang on. Muhammad al-Jawi, also known as Abu Muhammad also known as Muhammad. Oh, Muhammad, is the senior leader of the terrorist organization, the Al-Nusra Front, for friggin' sake. Al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda affiliate in Syria. I'm reading the thing at the bottom, under whoever, the leadership, ANF has carried out multiple terrorist attacks throughout Syria, often targeting civilians. The US government is offering a reward of up to $10 million for information about al-Jihad al-Bahad. Confidentiality is assured. I'm not showing you the phone number because I'm gonna send an email. I know where he is. Oh, I think I know where he is. He wears a suit now. Doesn't wear the turban anymore, and I think I know. Can I have the 10 million, please? Oh, can you imagine? This is the oddity of our world, okay? It is. Okay, so Russia, there's our island. Russia, Ukraine. Donald Trump's going to sort that out one of these days. So he signed oodles of agreements, lots of military stuff, lots of money. He's saying $13 trillion worth of contracts. 13. I mean, we're not talking million, we're not talking billion, we're talking trillion. Let me show you the trillion. Let me see. I'm going to get that video. Because trillion gets thrown around a lot. Million, billion, trillion. There we go. You got to see this. It's the multiples of these go up in a ridiculous amount of numbers. Okay, so here we go. A scale, right? So here we go. Don't worry about the counterfeit. That's right. Come on, hurry up. 100 million. There's a billion. Now remember, these are pallets, right? So there's the vehicle, and this lot adds up to $1 billion. There's 100 million, right? $100 million is one pallet. You've got 2, 4, 5, 10 pallets that equals $1 billion. Now just wait for the trillion. I mean, it's going to blow your mind. It's just ridiculous. You ready? What? From that, there's $1 trillion. Look. I still don't understand how that works. That's $1 trillion. There's all of those pallets. All, not just little pallets either. Look at the trucks. That's just ridiculous. Let's just look at the sign. Look. Each section contains 10 pallets of 100 million stacked on another 10 pallets of 100 million. So there's 10 pallets, 100 million on top of another 10 pallets of 100 million. Oh, there. A trillion is a zero with 12 zeros after it. A trillion is a 1, sorry, with 12 zeros after it. I mean, come on. You must understand. That is just the scale is just crazy. And now they bandy about the number of billion, just like it's, I mean, a trillion, like it's a million. It would take you more than 2,700 years to spend $1 trillion if you spent $1 million every day. If you spent $1 million every day, I mean, it doesn't say how long you'd live. Well, no, you would. You'd have to live 2,700 years to spend it. That's since before Christ. 2,700 years. If you spend $1 million. I mean, come on. That's mad. That is just bonkers. Isn't that handy? Do you want this video? I'll put the video in there, but I mean, it's not hard to find now. It used to be quite hard to find those videos, to find the scale, because say people just throw the numbers around as though it's just as slightly more of a multiplier than not, but it's not. It's huge. It's huge. All right. Next, what I'd like to do later. Let me just check my topics for discussion tonight. We have Middle East. Wow. Now look, here we are in 2025 May. Donald Trump has been to the Middle East, had the most incredible, fated, uber super duper treatment. Most successful president's visit in history of the United States of American relationships. And what do we hear on the fake stream media news? Orange man bad. Orange man bad. Well, there's controversy over him accepting a jumbo jet from Qatar as an intermediary Air Force One plane until the new ones come along. It's just pathetic. It really is. I cannot stand the media. Now, again, right? This goes against my natural thing. You know that. Me, as a woman, I have a real mega issue, in case you didn't realize, with the Aloha snack bar ideology, with Islam, right? It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of coffee. It's not my glass of water. It's absolutely nothing. I want nothing, nicht, nada, nothing to do with it. I want it as far away, nothing ever to do with my life, all right? However, they do have a sense of humor. And everybody knows what was the dance that Donald Trump did at the end of his rallies. And I bet you didn't see this one. Oh God, somebody stop the world. I mean, what's going on? What is going on? Wait, raid time. Who's raiding? MAGA John. Where are you raiding? Who's raiding what? Nobody's coming into... Have I got a raid coming? Is somebody coming in? Can you believe they did that? I mean, did we see that today? I didn't see that. Raid time. Who's raiding? Oh, hello. MAGA John. We've got to hear it again. You're not going to see this on the news, are you? Have a good time. the weirdest movements, but you know, that was hilarious. Come on, they love the Don. They love him. Anyway, right, next. What was I talking about tonight? So, okay, I've got to give him kudos. They treated him well. He's sorting out the Middle East. He's going to sort out Gaza. They're going to have, it's going to be the Trump Gaza Strip. I'm telling you, it is. It's all sorted. Hamas is going to be bye-bye. I still can't believe how many people have fallen and drunk the Kool-Aid of the Palestine nonsense. Just can't understand it. My question to those who think that Palestine is a thing as it's being portrayed with the oppressed peoples, they're not being oppressed by Israel, they're being oppressed by Hamas and Islam. Okay? So anyway, so Donald Trump's going to sort that out. He is. He's going to sort it out. Donald Trump said that the Gazans are starving, but he didn't blame Israel for it because it's not Israel's fault. It's the terrorists, right? Okay, next. No. AI. Oh, that's an old clip. Do you know how many old clips are going around now and they portray him as current? That's Bruce Springsteen, who wasn't very springy. He sprung right into his face. Oh God, that did my ear in. That's an old clip. I think that was during the bloody COVID con. Lots of clips going around. Ooh. I don't know what these are doing on my... Okay, top 7 hilarious Trump moments with foreign leaders. You ready? You've got all dressed up.
All dressed up today. Thank you very much.
Wait, that's only one. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, you got all dressed up.
Very nice. Getting a good picture of everybody so we look nice and handsome and thin. Beautiful. Perfect.
That was his 2000. That was his first presidency. He is funny, isn't he?
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with the Prime Minister. We had a picture taken a little while ago, and it was so nice, I thought I'd present it to you on stage. And here's the picture. I wish I was as handsome as him, but I'm not.
I don't know what the triangle is.
Okay, thank you. Oh.
Remember that day. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with
Okay.
you. A little story. So we're at the Eiffel Tower having dinner with your wonderful wife and with my wonderful wife, and we came out and he started speaking the French deal. And we didn't have an interpreter, and he was going on and on and on, and I was just nodding, yes, yes, yes. And he really sold me out, because I got back the next day and I read the papers. I said, that's not what we said. He's a smart customer, I will tell you that. I just want to tell you.
Did you notice how Macron's very handsy? Remember Mr. Cocaine in the Ukraine?
As you know, with President Putin, and I think if we win, I think we're going to get it resolved very quickly. I really think we're going to get it resolved.
I hope we have more good relations.
We're going to have. Oh, I see. Yeah, but you know, it takes two to tango. You know, and I also have a
Is
very
it
good
me?
relationship.
Is it me or does it look like he wet himself? That's kind of weird. It looks like a very dodgy patch right in the front of his trousers. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to do this. This was not my intention. All right, let's go. Let's get on with the show. What was my next topic of discussion later? I'm going to keep myself in check. Yeah, we'll go through Weird World. Weird World. That's Ripple. No, I don't want to do that one. Okay, what I'm going to do, it's 9:55 on this Friday night. And we have health, and we have, oh, Weird World. Okay, are you ready for this one? I bet you haven't heard this. Very different night tonight. And Derek says, I've read my Bible and I can't find Palestine anywhere in it. I know. Big fat fake news.
Here's something crazy about cats you may have never heard of. The first thing is their pupils. They're slitted pupils. Do you know how rare that is in the animal kingdom? Lions do not have slitted pupils.
Why do you say slitted?
Tigers don't have slitted pupils either, nor do jaguars. Now this is kind of the weird thing, because I kind of thought that a domesticated house cat came from a big cat at some point down the line. But if they don't have slitted pupils like the house cat does, then what does have slitted pupils? Reptiles. Snakes and alligators have slitted pupils. Not any other cat. Now, in many cultures, ancient reptiles were considered to be kind of a trippy creature that had other abilities and senses. The other thing that's weird is that cats hiss like a snake, and they have slitted pupils like a reptile. They also love to eat mice, as do snakes. Now, we know how much the ancient Egyptians loved cats. Cats also have pineal glands. And you notice that cats will do that thing where they'll look in the corner of the room and be making a fuss about what seems to be nothing? It is believed that their eyes enable them to see outside of the visible light spectrum that me and you are bound by. Now, it's not known how a cat has half the attributes of a lion and half the attributes of a snake, but perhaps some genetic tinkering went on many, many years ago in ancient worlds and civilization.
I mean, that's so weird. I mean, that was something I learned today. It just happened to go on my... I thought I had to share that with you. You know, it's a bit of useless information, but oh, how weird. I really did think, I don't know about you, but I did. I thought lions, I thought the animal kingdom, the cat family had, they all had the slit eyes. That is weird, isn't it? You think about the hissing, it sounds like a snake. Creepy. Okay, we're going to go on to the health kick. Interesting. I haven't looked it up properly, but I learned this today. And thanks to Dick and Doris, I may not be ever taking methylene blue again. I mean, not blaming Dick and Doris, by the way. It just, it was suggested that I look at it under the microscope, and I wish I have briefly looked at it under the microscope, methylene blue. And I'm not going to be taking it anymore. Damn microscope. I will expand on what I've seen on. I guess I have to leave it till Monday. I can't tell you what I saw. I mean, nothing. Well, I can't tell you because I haven't clearly. Yeah, I haven't uploaded it or anything, but I'm not taking any methylene blue. But anyway, just by the way, histotripsy. Found this today. I thought this was very interesting. Right, you ready for this? This is
just truly amazing to see it just erasing the tissue in front of my eyes. That's what it looked like.
Imagine a cancer treatment that can destroy tumors with nothing but sound.
Histotripsy is a non-invasive interventional technology that uses ultrasound to break up the target disease tissue.
That hurts my ear.
Pioneered by University of Michigan researchers and developed for clinical use by Minneapolis-based company Histosonics, histotripsy is a promising alternative for cancer treatment. After a 20-year journey, histotripsy could soon be used to treat liver cancer patients, now that the Food and Drug Administration cleared the use of Histosonics' histotripsy delivery device in hospitals worldwide.
This milestone is something that we've been marching toward for years now.
I think the next plot twist is that things are about to get really good. I think this world is going to open up for you in unimaginable ways.
Yeah, no, as Family Low quite rightly says, you know, we actually are organisms, right? I mean, even though we think of ourselves as different beings to the animal kingdom out there, you know, we are really just a bunch of cells that have been stuck together, and we probably are, well, you know, I mean, I get called a parasite all the time, so who knows? I mean, you know, I'm a parasite. I got parasites, we got parasites. I mean, I don't really want to go into the detail too much, but if we just think about what happens when we pass, I mean, what does our body turn into? It's quite unpleasant. So, just say we have this sort of holier-than-thou attitude about what we're made up of, as opposed to other things. Yeah, we're all pretty much the same, right? Anyway, right, here's another one.
To cure almost every cancer on earth. And Dr. Antonio Jimenez, he's got clinics in Tijuana and in Cancun. He's been curing for 35 years people all naturally from any cancer on earth. And you need to start giving her food grade hydrogen peroxide orally. It is known, if you study with me, you'll learn why. Every cancer on earth is either parasitic or created by venoms, and hydrogen peroxide is a cure for both.
How much hydrogen peroxide? Is that strong? It's food grade. How much? A teaspoon or what?
Yep. Food grade hydrogen peroxide. You can get it at earthharmony.com. It's 6% food grade hydrogen peroxide. We actually helped develop that to make sure it was clean, pure, non-toxic. So you take that and you actually only put like 3 to 4 drops in 6 to 8 ounces of water. And then you drink that. Upwards of 20 drops. You work up on the drops. You start on day 1 with.
I might just do that instead of the hydrogen methylene blue. Yeah, look at that. Hydrogen peroxide. And remember what Donald Trump said back in the day of the COVID pandemic, where he mentioned, I mean, hydrogen peroxide is otherwise known as bleach, really, but it's not the bleach that you put down the toilet, or, you know, there's different components and all the rest of it. I'm not a, you know, I'm not a chemist, pharmacy, whatever, but I do associate hydrogen peroxide with bleach. So I don't know. But if you think as well, if we're parasites, we've got parasites in us. And I've heard, and I don't know, again, this is just what I've heard, don't know the facts, but I've heard that the cancer, the tumours are actually parasites, parasitic of some description. Clumps of parasite, you know, a ball of things. And when people have a biopsy, what happens is it gets cut open, that ball of whatever, and of course then it spreads instead of just having it removed. But who knows? Who knows? Now, okay, where was I? Now, I haven't done much about XRP tonight. Very interesting news. Okay, XRP is at $2.40 as of the 16th of May. At 22:03 hours. We will go into the pounds and pence, because, you know, that's where I'm living, baby. And we are going to check now. You want to see that? Come on now. Great. And here we go. So in pounds and pence, it's £1.81 for one. And very interesting news. The judge yesterday said, no, I'm not interested in the court case, right? Let me just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the court case was a big fat fake. Okay, it's a time delay. This Ripple versus, or the SEC versus Ripple, it was purely to just keep everything on the back burner until they're ready to launch the whole Web3 instant settlement and all that good stuff, okay? So there's all kinds of time delays, and obviously it just enables people to accumulate more, should you so wish. And it really is only a matter of time before it is launched. It's unleashed on the world. And this is, you know, a handy one for the XRP crew to listen to. Was today's episode of 24 Hours Crypto. I mean, his title is a bit, his title for today was, it's a bit clickbaity, because it said, where is it? Hang on a sec. He did one today, 4 hours ago. He did one saying, XRP holders have been lied to this whole time. Wake up, people, must see if you own any XRP. So, of course, it's saying XRP holders are lied to. Not that there's anything wrong with XRP, it's that they lied, that this case was a legitimate case, I guess. I mean, no XRP holders, to be honest with you, believed that the SEC case was real. Yeah, I think we all sussed it.
You'll realize,
they didn't want us to get into it. They wanted to put people off of it. And what I'm going to say to you is, it's going to be settled soon. Officially, it's just they're just kicking the can down the road until they're ready to let it go.
And guess what? We are all being lied to. As much as it sounds crazy, there is much, much, much more to this that the world just doesn't know about. And in today's episode, I'm going to tell you what that is.
Is of particular interest to me and many of those regulators that Gary mentioned is the payment system. We all recognize that our payment system is inefficient. Domestically, it's inefficient. Internationally, it's extremely inefficient. So if we don't work and use technology to address those inefficiencies, the market is going to do it for us. And I think we'll like the outcome much better if we as regulators proactively enter that payment space, ensuring that all the time proven safeguards around AML, bank secrecy, anti-terrorism, and the like are there. So I see significant promise going forward, Glenn.
But we should not be fighting that digitization, because if we fight it, it will go around us.
You heard him himself, right? You heard that, right?
And I think we'll like the.
This is back in 2000, before 2020, when the SEC took the case out against Ripple, basically saying Ripple was fat. I mean, he didn't say it in directly, but he's talking about the new financial system back then, knowing it was going to be based on using XRP Ledger, but pretending like it's,
outcome much better if we as regulators proactively enter that payment space.
I don't know what to say. Honestly, let me just say it straight. Stop listening to all this crap. I don't care who you are. Wasting time over this lawsuit is straight up nonsense. Shut up and just freaking hold and just keep buying. Because if you really understood what XRP is, if you really understood what this whole case was designed to distract you from, you'll realize this was never just about a lawsuit. From the very beginning, we knew this was a part of something much, much bigger. Ripple knew internally that XRP would become one of the most valuable assets on this planet. And guess what happened while this case dragged on for years? Ripple exploded.
So this is a good one to watch, right? What you're seeing here, I mentioned this morning. I don't have the link to this website. I can't remember which one it is. But this is in real time. This is current. This is the XRP ledger functioning. These are payments. These are transactions happening in real time. All of those lines that are flashing represent a transaction happening to now. I mean, not right now, because this is not current. But if I had the link to this website, you just see all the transactions, and you see
over 600 offices in 10 plus countries. They didn't pause, but they scaled. What does that tell you? They built everything while the SEC played politics on camera. You should thank the lawsuit, because if you think Jay Clayton just randomly sued Ripple a day before he quit, you're not paying attention. This goes way deeper. And deep down, even Ripple knows this whole thing is a show. CV19 was a show. This lawsuit, another show. It's been 5 damn years, and
it's actually 4.5 years. And as Sonic Crypto, I think we've been honored with the presence of of Sonic Crypto, and I think it's made a rare appearance. XRP, baby, 100 billion tokens is going to deal with all the money in the world, move it all the time. All of this stuff is what's happening now, right? These are trades. What you're seeing along the sides of the screen are exchanges, their wallets, shifting money from exchanges to wallets all across the world, instant. And this is going to be able to be done with everything. I mean, it's a financial system. It's a bit like Star Trek. You know, the technology is being used. It's just the little people are the last ones to know about it, except us, okay? Because we've been paying attention. And everything's just been, they don't want us, they did not want us to get involved with this. And that's why they had to do all the performance of this lawsuit to put everybody off. And so, yeah, I mean, as much as I'd like to be on Berkshire Island now, but for the fact that this lawsuit happened, then I wouldn't have had the opportunity to accumulate just a little bit, you know, just enough to make me comfortable.
And still going. Wake up. You are holding Bitcoin 2.0, except this one actually works. It actually moves money. And the governments and banks are all on board. And they don't want you to realize what you're holding until it's too late. So stop crying about these motions. Stop playing Twitter lawyer. Everybody's coming out and saying, oh, I think this could, just shut up. Just stop it. It's so annoying. Every single content creator that covers this lawsuit, it doesn't make sense. You're wasting time and energy. Go educate what the system does, what the asset does, as opposed to trying to, well, just know, blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. The facts are there. The price isn't yet. But what?
So, you know, you can watch this. It's another 5 minutes. Well, I don't think it's all that. I'll put that link in there. And as Wayne quite rightly says, right, you know, the body, the vessel, well, we're talking about with what we're made up of physically. I mean, I'm just dealing with the physical shell that the soul lives on forever. I mean, I say it to anytime I happen to end the existence in this current realm, and I hate to say it, of a moth. I do. I feel bad, but I do. I'm afraid moths, if they're in my place, they don't get a second chance. Mosquitoes, you know, other little critters that I have to unfortunately end their existence in this present time. Untimely death. I say, you know, on to the next life. You know, move on. It could be reincarnated into a cat, or could be Solo. Sorry, darling. So I do realize that, you know, we don't fear death. We move on to the next deal. But, you know, before that happens, I've got a lot to do. Anyway, yeah, it's great website. Maybe somebody knows the name of it. Oh, I have got it. It's 3xrp.dev. Here we go. Oh, hello. So here we go. This is the live website that we were just looking at on his recording. I'm going to give the link to that so you can watch it if you want. If you get tired and you can't sleep in bed, just put this on in the background and you can watch all the XRP shifting around the world. Instant settlement, instant dime, instant transactions, and it's just going to multiply. Yeah, we are in hell now. That's right, Wayne the Pain. We are in hell now. Do you know, it's really weird. I'm not going to go down that road, but you know, that did cross my mind a long time ago. Here we go. We have stable coins here. We have fiat, the fiat shifting. We have how much it is in dollars, the XRP ledger, and then we have the exchanges on the right, and you can just see this is real time, and it can be, there's no limit. That's why I think, you know, the not the future technology, the actual real technology of energy and the electricity and the aura, you know, everything around us, the magnetic power it's going to be, I believe it's going to be given to us through the Donald Trump era. I do. I think all this the stuff and nonsense that is being inflicted on us by the fake stream media news and everybody else is not going to last. They're just going to blow themselves out. Or I'm going to say. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, Wayne, we're getting a bit heavy. I'm trying to keep it light. Okay. Lift the mood. Wayne the Pain's going a bit dude. Getting a wee bit serious. You died? Well, I'm glad you're back. Well, in fact, I died as well, and I didn't go. I also had a few near-death experiences, and they dragged me back. So, no, it's all right. Wait, you're good. I'm gonna meet you on Berkshire Island anyway. Sonic Crypto says the XRP is alive. Look at all that value moving around at pretty much zero cost, instantly, in an instant. It is, and that is it, and it's working now. This is not the future, right? Talk about the future of finance. It's in place now. It's just not officially. It just hasn't been announced on the 9 o'clock news, or the 10 o'clock news, or the 6 o'clock news. I mean, it is genuinely mind-blowing, and I can verify, as can Solid Crypto Nothing, as can Wayne the Pain, as can a few in the chat, is verify that it is instant. It is, to use the XRP ledger is quite mind-blowing, and it works, and it's never made a mistake. So what we're going to do now, on a lighter note, I mean, that is quite fascinating to see all those transactions, isn't it? I'm going to pause it right now because it's probably going to take up a lot of my... Ooh, hello. That was a big one. Now, I don't know if that brightness was just an awful lot of XRP that just shifted, or if it was just everybody at the same time. Yeah. I'm going to have to close this website. I'm going to put the link, probably take it up space. Right, no more talk about moving on to the next existence. Let's take a look at a little bit of light humor. All right, we're going to look at a couple of funny things. Actually, no, wait a minute. Hang on. Because I think I've got something serious to watch first. Right, so everybody, by the way, there's fake news going around right now. I must tell you this fake news that is current news, and it's to do with the fact that that there's James Comey did a cryptic message in the sand, and everybody was getting kind of wound up about it because he did. Where's the 8640? Oh wait a minute, I've got it in my bookmarks. Hang on, let me just find it. Doopy-doo. 8647, and everybody obviously got very worked up because 86 in code means to assassinate or murder, and of course 47 is Donald Trump, 47th president. So Donald Trump was asked about it yesterday.
He knew exactly
and he said
what
this.
That meant. A child knows what that meant. If you're
I haven't gone funny
the
yet.
FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination. And it says it loud and clear. Now, he wasn't very competent, but he was competent enough to know what that meant. And he did it for a reason, and he was hit so hard. Because people like me, and they like what's happening with our country. Our country's become respected again, and all this. And he's calling for the assassination of the president.
Obviously, he apologized and said he
Well, he
wasn't calling
apologized
for
'cause he was hit.
violence, but...
You know, Brett Baer, I don't know why he talks to Brett Baer. I really don't. Although I suppose it's because it's Fox News, and it's a national syndicate. But Brett Baer is a snake in the grass, all right, to defend Comey, which of course he rushes to do.
Look, he's a very bad...
What do you want to see happen?
What do you want to see happen? I don't want to take a position on it because that's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this, I think it's a terrible thing. And when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he doesn't. He's a dirty cop. He's a dirty cop. And if he had a clean history, I could understand if there was a leniency. But I'm going to let them make that decision.
No leniency. The emails, oh God, I can't even go to the treachery. All right. So just by the way, as well, somebody decided to say, which was so annoying. I'm at pizza. 86. So here it is. There's the message from Comey. It was on Instagram. in the sand. It said, Comey, cool shell formation on my beach walk. Right? So 86 stands for assassination, 47 Trump. Da-da-da. That's him. That's his legitimate account. And, you know, before it wouldn't have got much traction. It would have just been Alex Jones and alternative media. But because obviously X is Elon, it goes straight. We've got all the right people in power. You know, I hope he doesn't get away with this time. And what I liked was Donald Trump Jr. responded. I was walking along the beach and these rocks and shells suddenly appeared. I assumed it was a political message. Cool shell formation on my beach walk. Trump won, bitch. The Trump, they got a great sense of humor. Do they have a good sense of humor? Back at you, that's great. All right, so that's that. And the other thing is that somebody said that today it'd been 8,647 days since 9/11. That one. Let's see. Let's comment pizza. Oh no! Oh sorry. Oh sorry. I hate it when I get those clips on my feed. That is just so annoying. I didn't want to see that. Did you see that? Yeah, you did. I don't know what that was. It was just a clip. I hate it. I was looking for the I'm looking for it. This is on for me. I didn't ask for it. Anyway, somebody said that it was it'd been 8,647 days since 9/11 today. So I don't know whether that was to try to cover, or people say, oh, it's connected, you know, it's got some subliminal message, or is that a threat? You know, all kinds of stuff. People get all worked up, right? I'm just doing a hashtag there to see if that comes up. Stand by. So just to let you know, see it. Breaking: Peter Doocy just exposed James Comey for his 8647 post. After 30 seconds of Googling, you see that 86 means to kill someone. Peter Doocy spot on. We all know what that meant. Strongly support James Comey going to prison. But, you know, put a 1 in the chat. Put 1 if you think he's going to go to prison, or put a 2 if you think, don't be ridiculous. Of course, he's not going to go to prison. I mean, it was like a... Here we go. Diligent Dennison says, today's been 8,647 days since September the 11th, 2001 attacks. How many messages was James Comey sending today? And I hate to burst this individual's bubble, but it's been 8,621 days since 9/11. Well, according to ChatGPT. Let me just type it in here and do a live search. How many days have passed since 9? I mean, I did look it up. Wait, I bet I probably have to do. Oh, now you see this says 8648. So in actual fact, I don't understand it. So it was 8647 yesterday when James Comey. How? Wait, now am I going to have to do it by hand? Well, what's the deal? ChatGPT said it was 8621, but according to Grok, it says 864. It would have been 47 because that's when. It says 8648. So today, so Comey posted that yesterday. So I don't know what chat. It's annoying, right? I mean, you can't, if you can't have. How are we going to work it out? I'm not working it out. Well, I'll show you. My ChatGPT said it was 86421. So that's kind of annoying. ChatGPT, not kidding. I probably won't show it now. Hang on. Days since 9/11, right? Days since 9/11. It's, look, I'll show you. Just to prove it, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see my screen? Hang on, let me just see if I can see my screen now. I'm not lying, it says 8621. Wait, where is it? Can you see it? Is that it? 8621? Yeah. Second line down. Can you see that? So, ChatGPT says 8621. Grok says 8647 since yesterday. Oh, what the... Sorry, Danny. Sorry. I just did that onto poor little Solo. Scared the crap out of him. Alright, are we ready for a little bit of lightheartedness? I was going to do a bit of dark stuff. There was one more dark thing that I was going to show you. But, of course, it didn't go onto my bloody feed, which is just slightly irritating. But, of course, thanks to the Jib Jab, sadly, the Jib Jab, what a car company has done that has the automatic driving, they've come out with an ad, which it probably won't show here. Oh, I think it's so annoying. I've got that bloody Comet Pizza. Done it again. Here it is. Good. All right. Watch this. Okay. So this is, now remember pre-2020, 2021, before the Jib Jab, did you ever imagine this scenario happening? See that? Oh, that's loud. That's hurting my ear. So they've come out, right? I mean, I tell you what, the cars are very scary now because I didn't know my car was going to do what it does. And my car doesn't let me change lanes unless I have the turn signal on. My car will brake itself. It will do the brake if it thinks I'm too close to something. I don't like it. Anyway, so now, of course, they've come up with this because, of course, I'm going to say, of course, the Jib Jab. Prior to the Jib Jab being issued, this scenario never would have been even imagined that somebody would just quietly just go at the wheel of the car. You know, people don't just do that, or didn't just do that. You'd start to feel a bit woozy, I believe. I mean, not an expert, but I would suggest that when you're driving, if something starts going wrong with your body, you get a warning system. Get a slight bit of a warning, you know, but this doesn't just happen, and it's only been, of course, since the bioweapon was issued. So anyway, now I swear it. Okay, now we're going to the light stuff. All right, I swear I know. I swear. Oh man, no, I'm on the wrong bloody tab. All right, here we go. Here we go. Going to the light stuff now. You ready? Friday night. Woohoo! Here we go. You ready? Rich people problem. Rich people problems. Oh, might be us one day, kids.
Hey, folks, slow down.
Slowing down.
Anchor down.
Anchor down.
And stop. And
fun.
Peel shrimps.
Peeling shrimps. Rotating for maximum sun.
Hey, boat, start a...
Wrong voice command.
Hey, boat, start a...
Error.
Hey, Bo, stop!
Sorry, I don't understand.
Night!
Fun.
Oh! Hi, Miriam. Goede bra? Hey, Bo, start!
Playing jazz.
Playing jazz.
Smoothie.
Making smoothie.
Calendar.
No meetings today. Remember, dentist at 9:30.
Fire off.
Fire off.
Open door.
Door open.
And we're gonna do one more.
Oh, yeah. Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open. Open door.
Repeat that.
Open door.
I didn't understand that.
Hey, open door.
Play on the floor.
Get on the floor. Open the door.
Wrong
Open the door.
Error.
Hey, Miriam. With a rock. Open door. Open door. Higher.
Higher volume.
Higher. Open door.
Door open.
Radio on.
Playing radio.
Lights.
Lights on.
Protein shake.
Making protein shake.
New York.
Loading New York. Set speed.
4.
4.
6.
6. 16.
4.
Error.
16. 4.
4. Correction. 16.
Hallo! Oh, hey, Miriam. Goede bra?
Up.
Nine, down!
Lights down. 4.
And from one classic to another, this is Summer of 69.
69.
Oh no. Sorry everybody, got that background noise going. I didn't realise that. Quite funny, wasn't it? Right, so remember, just by the way, my today's links for some of the stuff I've done, because I haven't covered it all. There's some information on my website for today's show to do with XRP. Slightly, the price is slightly off, but Flare Networks, very exciting. We're back to finance to round off things. I don't know how many of wonderful viewers are into Flare and XRP, but it's a very exciting development. There's a couple of links to the videos with Donald Trump on a plane, on his way, and information about the deals that he signed with the Middle East. Yeah, and it's all good, really. I mean, yeah, it's been a really very quite astonishing few days with Donald Trump, and of course the scumbag media press have just completely overlooked it all, and we're into this weird paradigm of fake news. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 10:34 on this Friday evening, and I do hope and thank you for joining me. Pilot Mike in Rumble. Apparently you drink 35% food grade H2O2 in your H2O2 is your protein. I didn't know you could get 35% food grade. I've got the 6%. I'm going to start taking that. And Magajon in pill.net has put a link to the DLive emoji site. And yeah, so Family Low saying to Wayne the Pain to do an email to Pam and ask to be unbanned. Let me just see something. Can I do it? Should I see if I can unban you? Let me just see if I can do that. Actually, Wayne the Pain. Hold on a second. Yes. Oh. I'm gonna unban you. I've got the power. You've heard it live. Right, Wayne. Do you want me to unban you on? Would you like to be unbanned? How much is it worth? I'm just kidding. So, all right, I'm gonna quietly do it. Here we go. Burp. Does it say? Yeah, it's announced in there. I've unbanned you. You don't even have to bother with Pam. The problem was I was not going to be able to contact Pam because I haven't got the. Oh, it's good to have power, you know, baby. You're unbanned officially. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. What button are you pressing? I just pressed the unmute button for you, Wayne the Pain. Don't tell anybody. Thanks for suggesting that, Fabio. I completely forgot I had the power. Sometimes it's quite handy. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. If you enjoyed tonight's show, don't answer that if you haven't, but do if you have. And I do hope you have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Stay safe. Don't have nightmares, but do remember that if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. And let's see what happens with XRP, baby. I see where Donald Trump is going to be. And let me just see something here. I'm just going to do the, we're going to see that flyover with Qatar. I wonder if there's a better, surely they must have had, wasn't that amazing? Did anybody else see footage of the fly past? Well, this shows it from Air Force One, actually, the escort. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see you on Friday. Hope everything goes well. Maybe we'll have peace by Monday with the Middle East and all that good stuff. Donald Trump will pull some strings. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you, Familo. Cheers, Wayne the Pain. It has been fabulous to have all of your company. And, yeah, I look forward to seeing you all being well and good on De La Monde. Now, just need to do one more thing before we're off, and I will say, good night from I'm thinking of leaving Solo at the Avery. Solo didn't really want to come home this evening, but he hasn't actually spent a night yet at the Avery since he's become an adult. I was going to leave him there tonight because he wasn't keen to come home, but he's come home now, and as you can see, he's as happy as Larry, aren't you, my darling? Love you, baby. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. And we're just going to watch from Air Force One. Hey, Amy. Out.
Did the